Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Bastards YouTube show. We're going to break down the post game for the Red Sox loss today in extra innings 4-3. Red Sox lose 2-3 from the Giants. Not the trip that I was looking forward to, especially after a really awesome series back at home at Fenway Park. I just want to let everybody know, yes, I am back into Boston land. Much like with you, Brendan, I was away. It was nice to be away, but we have the background and all the lighting and everything back, and it's nice to be home. Maybe I'll bring some home cooking for the Red Sox together so they can get back on their winning ways. But Brendan, how's it going?
Nick, I want to say first, welcome back. Welcome back to the Bay State. I'm also back. Came back from Mount Washington, Tuckerman's Ravine. It was wild. I'm back. I'm
Cool.
ready to do the Bastards of Baseball show. We're coming off two losses to the San Francisco Giants. I watched that game last night, and it's just first pitch, Kenley Jansen gives up the bomb right in the ninth inning. Terrible to
Especially
see.
after that comeback. That's the thing. And then Justin Turner did it twice. He did it last night, and then he had it tonight as well to get the game tied. And then actually took the lead 3-2 at the time, and more heartbreak. So two heartbreaking losses back to back after you were feeling so good about yourself. From in my eyes, this was not a concern on the pitching front for the Red Sox. They escaped some jams. They had some Houdini acts definitely this weekend, but overall, my big thing here was where did the offense go? Like, what happened?
I know, Nick, this team has showed you time and time again this season. When they catch fire, they go crazy, but then they can disappear at a moment's notice. The Emperor has no clothes. All of a sudden, you're seeing duds coming out of the Red Sox. They saved the game yesterday, putting up 2 runs in the ninth inning. Justin Turner, I've been raving about his fundamentals. Uh, every time he knows what to do in the box, and he'll drive in runs when you need. And Jaron Duran, he's been doing great base running, exemplary. But this team, just overall, there's a lack of consistency on the offensive side.
I thought Wednesday night's game was the game of the season up against the
Yeah,
Braves. You were down 3-0. You had some timely hits, some clutch situational plays, some great defensive plays like Connor Wong throwing out the base runner for the Braves to end their little threat in the ninth. I would have thought things would have really started to click here a little bit more. And I don't want to be doom and gloom because it was at extra innings. They came back. They did a good job with staying in the fight. But we don't celebrate losing around here, Brendan. We don't. So there were some people that were in, the keyboard warriors of the world out there. Oh, the Giants are a pretty good team. Don't feel bad. We lost 2 or 3, but it's okay. The sky's gonna come. There's gonna be a blue sky tomorrow. Like no, this is it's. Let's get to the playoffs. You can't get to the playoffs if you continue to lose. So what happened? I mean, Kenley Jensen's, it was a bad pitch last night. That's a mechanical problem. That's
yeah.
mechanics right there, 101. Tonight, Alex Cora didn't play the best players at the beginning today. His lineup today was very questionable. We've gone over the back and forth about rest and getting players in, like you had Alfaro catch. Pablo Reyes was at short. Tristan Casas wasn't in the lineup. Jaron Duran wasn't in the lineup. So this is a throwaway game. Why are you doing that? Like, why? It doesn't make sense when you are trying, especially at the deadline here. Well, that's coming ticking on Tuesday. You need to win, and you need to prove that you are going to get this team to a playoff run. You're in the hunt, but in my eyes, the foot came off the gas pedal this weekend. I think that's the best analogy that I can throw at you right now is that foot came off the gas.
Yeah, and Nick, this whole ordeal about pulling in another starter, it's been being pushed so far back to the point where you're seeing these openers where your stacked bullpen is being taxed to a new level. Chris Martin gave up 2 runs tonight, and he is one of your most electric arms in your pen. And you really hate to see that coming from Chris Martin,
For
of
going
course.
length, for going length at least, yes, he's been masterful. I think that's the best word to describe Chris Martin there. But you have Brendan Bernardino again as your opener today. Was not as sharp as possible. He's been getting used quite a bit in a lot of different situations. I'm getting to the point where I'm done with the opener game. I'm done with it.
Oh, I
Red
hate
Sox,
seeing it.
we were going to go with it again tomorrow against Seattle. And now Nick Pivetta is getting his spot back in the rotation because we have some interesting dynamics happening that we learned about at the end of the game today. So Joey Rodriguez, who's been electric ever since he's come off the IL, is now going on the IL again. Surprise, surprise. Joe Jakes will be returning back to the pen. And that means that they need to figure out who's going to throw again. So Pivetta is going to get the start. And I would assume that Nick Pivetta probably is not going to be sleeping much tonight because he's probably amped as all hell because he wants to prove to himself that he is a starting pitcher. The problem that we have here, he's been so dynamic in that bullpen. I'm hoping that we see the same result for Pivetta in a starting role tomorrow against the Mariners. So who do you got for Monday's game?
I'm worried about it. I don't know if they're going to win it. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't like how I see this team going forward right now. I think you just saw it in the big picture. Giolito went for a decent price if you were going to be buyers, and you got Stroman available. Pushing your trades, Dombrowski always got his trades done in July. And pushing your trades all the way to the August 1st trade deadline, you're bidding against the other buyers that are desperate. It becomes pure desperation. And Chaim Bloom hasn't had direction of this team since the get-go.
Do you think there's pressure from some of the players on this roster right now on what's going to come on Tuesday?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. You're hearing Kenley Jansen. He wants the front office to believe in this team, and all they've done so far is ship out Kike. I mean, that had to be done. They're in talks for a shortstop from St. Louis, but they really need an arm. I'm sick of the openers, and the pen is being taxed, as I talked about before.
We've also seen this past weekend some big names getting moved. We saw just a couple hours ago, the Angels made another move with CJ Cron and another guy that was coming from the Rockies. Now the Angels are really bulking up. The Rangers now have Max Scherzer in the fold. Jordan Montgomery was just traded to the Rangers as well. You're starting to see the names fall. And that right there, what does that lead for the Red Sox? I don't know about you, but Jack Flaherty doesn't move the needle for me. If that's the name that they're going to be targeting and going after, no thanks. I don't think Bloom is going to make any big splashes come Tuesday. I'm just going to put it out there right now. That's how I'm feeling. I don't know how you're feeling.
I'm with you. I think it's gotten to the point where the big pieces have fell, as you said. And as I said, if there was any sense of urgency earlier where he believed in his team, there would have been trades done already when the prices were actually reasonable. But you're in a seller's market right now. You're going to be paying top dollar for bringing in any veteran starter that you need. And I can't see him making a move.
Well, one of your big players or your big, the big names that is there is James Paxton. Will Paxton be a Red Sox August 1st? I hope he is.
It's hard to say. I think he will. Just because they're not going to
pitch. He's pitching against the Mariners. He'll be pitching this series if he's there. And that one was circled on his calendar because that was a former team of his. I like Paxton. I don't want to see him go. But now after kind of seeing what went down here with this Giants series,
anything goes right now.
It's a big question right now on what happens tomorrow here with Seattle. If they lose this and say Tuesday again, well, the deadline will be over from Tuesday anyway, so it's not going to make a difference with Tuesday. But if they lose again, maybe Bloom punts and says, you know what, I don't believe in you.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens from that.
That could very much happen. This is a critical game tomorrow. Everyone needs to be tuning in to Red Sox Mariners.
9:40 start in Seattle. Keep those, get a good night's sleep tonight because it's going to be a late one, the next two at least. We will see you again soon. We hope everybody has a great rest of their night. Take care, one and all.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.